Sorry, I feel like I'm still sick. Hi, welcome. I'm Vladis. Happy Sunday? Say Sunday? Jesus, I don't even know what day it is anymore. I believe it is Sunday. It was a very chill day for us. We were just, we took the kids out to the park. It was a beautiful day. It was like 74 degrees, light breeze. It was like perfect weather. But yeah. Chester, dude, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. But yeah, I am trying to get into Ashes because I haven't really been on all day and I'm having issues. Bro, I'm sorry. Apparently, when I was looking in the I was looking in the Discord when I got on. There's a lot of async issues. There's just all the things, like literally all the things. And I'm like, oh, okay, great. Restart your computer. Don't tell me that, brother. Shoal was like down for 30 minutes. They just had to restart the server on Shoal. Oh my god. Worked for me. Okay. Well, I'm trying to log in right now and crossing my fingers. Cause usually like I'm in game, as I start my streams, that way I don't have to worry about the client or whatever. But I've been having, waiting for a sync loading and just sits there. And then it loads another thing and then it sits there. But I literally, like, I closed out Steam entirely. I rebooted Steam again, launched Ashes again, and it's still doing this like async loading. So I don't know why, because, I mean, apparently a lot of people have been having this issue before. That happened to me a few times before it actually loaded. It's verifying files. Okay. Well, just, like I said, right now it's just doing its thing. So I'm just gonna, we'll go ahead and we'll have a little conversation. But yeah, Zambi dude, welcome. So I went into Dusty stream a little while ago, because I got on, I was just kind of, and I, went to Twitch, and I saw his title on his Twitch was something like dupes, something about dupes and like a potential like a rollback incoming. I was like, what the hell? So I went into his stream, and he basically told me that because of all of the issues today, there were people that were getting disconnected and then going back in the game, and they were trying to put stuff in their storage, which then the stuff got put in the storage, but then was also duplicated in their materials tab. So they basically doubled the materials. Let me see. I played a few hours today, but it was not good. Enemy health bars were not going down when attacking. Oh god. If it's stuck at a sync, it won't load past it. Yeah, it just keeps like in a spiral, like reloading. Like it just keeps doing this. Like it goes to 100% and then rolls back to 0, loads again. If I restart my computer, that means I literally have to like restart my stream, which I don't want to do, but I might have to. Yeah, log out and verify files. Okay, so how do I do that? Like, okay, so the only thing I can do right now is let me Control Alt Delete. That shows a creation and task. And Steam. Close. So how do I verify the files? So if I close Steam, okay, hold on. Okay. So let me launch Steam. Okay. Library, right click, properties, and verify. Where? Installed files? Verify integrity of game files. Is that where you do it? Is this the thing that I click on? Yes? Okay. I've never had to do this before. This is wild. So did this happen with the newest update? Like, I think was that the update that was from last night that when I went to bed for and they launched? So this update has been having issues literally all day today. Is that what people have been doing? I mean, clearly I see people in game, right? There was a hot fix 30 minutes ago. Well, it's interesting. I wonder why then the hot fix didn't apply for me. Because I literally just got home, turned on my computer, booted up everything like I normally do. I'm just curious as to like why that didn't work. Because this is really going to suck. Like I have enough gold now. I want to go and buy some uncommon lures and see what that nets me for sports fishing and see if maybe I can get like a medium-sized fish with that. I don't know. It just kind of bums me out a little bit. Well, interesting. I kind of noticed too that a lot of people, I've been seeing people on Discord and also in the Reddit lately of talking about like why they quit Ashes of Creation, and it's kind of to me like I see a pattern, especially with new people, and the gist of it really is that there isn't a lot of content to hold them over, which is actually a good problem to have because I would think when I read more into it, if there was something more fundamental in its systems that can't be changed, right? Or something be added later. I mean, of course, there are people that say that the PvP is going to be a huge deterrent for a lot of people, and I think all of us knew that in the community, right? Like, I mean, but I think aside from the whole PvP conversation, the other side of the coin that I see a lot of in a lot of different Reddit posts is that there's nothing to do from levels 10 to 25. They're the quests are super limited. The quests are like uninspired. They're boring. They're shallow. Whatever, right? There needs to be more solo based content. And I even saw Steven made a reply on Reddit where he basically said that, the gist of the statement was something like, that's something we're focusing on and we understand that is an issue and we, hear you guys and we do want more solo content in Ashes of Creation, which is a great thing. I think most big MMOs like this, I think of all the game loops that I've been on by myself, right? Like everything that I've been doing currently since early access started was from a solo perspective. But because I know what I'm getting myself into, and because I know certain loops that very much cater to the solo aspect, if you're trying to like, okay, what does this mean? So it said 6 files failed to validate and will be reacquired. Like, what does that mean? Is it just going to do it on its own or what? It's like reloading something. This kind of reminds me of the old Intrepid launcher with like the 3 different bars all going through. So hopefully if it goes to 100%, okay, it still says 6 files failed to validate. Am I okay then to go into Ashes? Like even though there's files that have failed? I'm gonna try one more time. We'll see. The last thing people can. Yeah, I can always try, right? All we can do at this point. So let's get in there, see what happens. Zambi, I don't know if I said this, but and Zeger, man, that was like from 17 minutes ago. I'm so sorry I missed that. That must have been during the countdown. But thank you all so much for the follows. Thank you. Hope you guys are enjoying the stream so far. Yo, Vlad, how is the leveling going? I took a break from leveling and worked on my professions. I got like 3 levels from doing that. Awesome. Yeah, like that's what I've been doing too. I've been focusing on my professions. I actually was debating last night because I have herbalism to apprentice. And since I'm not going to go weaving, I'm thinking, well, what's the point of me being like an apprentice herbalist. And I think it's more so because I've always been like, those are the 3 gathering professions that I normally always do. But since sports fishing is now added, I'm actually thinking of demoting my herbalism to novice and actually promoting my fishing to apprentice, just so I can see like getting like an apprentice fishing pole. You know, I actually want to see what I can do to make a better novice pole, because once I can make a better novice pole, I can always sell that too. You know what I'm saying? Check your downloads. What is endgame comprised of? And will the server reset? So I would say the endgame right now is comprised of you grinding either materials or POIs, which is point of interests, for gear, right? So getting your BIS gear, and then also competing in, you know, PvP things with other guilds, building your nodes, and really doing the Harbingers event and farming world bosses. Like that's really the only kind of like PvP or like end game, I would say, systems, is like, you know, grinding your radiant gear out, doing the Harbingers event, or doing like world bosses. Those are primarily like meant for like at least level 25. But every other thing in the game you can do at literally any level. So Ashes really isn't going to be a game where like end game matters like most other theme park MMOs. Like it's going to be very much a different kind of game, you know, or at least it's trying to be a different kind of game. Oh my god. Yes. Okay, we're good, boys. We're good. All right. So let's go here. So now that I got here, let's actually, because I don't want to buy fishing hooks here. Like I'm not going to spend the extra money on taxes. Fuck that. So I'm going to buy some more in Marilith. And I'll say I don't think I have weapon skills. I think it's just like a bug. How does rarity work? I feel like I got more legendary mats in the previous alpha than I do now, which I have yet to find a single one. Is it based off of chance or total rarity? So right now, or I would say the reasoning why you got legendary before was because there was something that was called static node rarity, which basically meant that every single tree, every single you know, plant on the floor you can grab had a static rarity to it. Like, you know, it would be an uncommon, it would be a legendary, it'd be an epic, whatever. And they finally got rid of that system and made a true RNG roll chance of a particular rarity. Legendary now being legendary. That's why you don't see them hardly at all, because that's what legendary is supposed to be, right? They're supposed to be a very sought after commodity and something that you're just not going to fill up with on the first week of a game launching. So like I said, I've been a huge advocate of this rarity change. I think it's amazing. I've been, you know, I do find some epics every now and then, which feels really, really good. But for the most part, yes, like, and there is going to be more when it comes to stat reworks and artisanship for gathering. So there is going to be like artisan gear and your tool that will predicate higher rarity, right? So having your base rarity just higher, your ceiling or your floor gets higher, which means you're gonna have a higher chance to find uncommons, and all the rarities on up, depending if you have that stat. Bags will also have an impact too when it comes to artisanry. So yeah, like right now, that's basically the reason why you can't really find legendaries, is because before, if you found like a whole thing of legendary nodes, well, they're always legendary and you just farm those. So how did I get my golem mount? So I purchased this mount back in 2021 in a pre-order package, and that's it. Like I just have the cosmetic applied. So this is a lion's hole charger that I'm using. This isn't anything of a super special mount. This just has the cosmetic of the graveyard golem on it. So yeah, but I am excited for the for professions in general to be like more facelifted, especially the gathering side of things, because once we actually get like the real hunting profession, for gathering. And once we actually get those reworks of stats, and because right now people are like, hey, I'm getting like, you know, what is it, the quality stat, you know, let's say for herbalism, and they're like, I'm getting my quality here, but I'm not really seeing much of an increase. It's because these numbers are tuned to the old system, and there hasn't been the rework yet of the new system. So that's why. And again, like that hopefully should happen, fingers crossed, sometime in Q1 of next year. Ooh, that guy got pounded. So once that happens, then, you know, you're going to start seeing things with like, you know, the rarity on it. So if you want more higher rarity, then you're going to want to go for that stat. Spoils means those extra procs. And then of course you're also going to have like stack sizes to be increased. You're going to have yield be increased. Like right now it's crazy. Like I've been actually chopping trees and I was getting like 7 oak instead of 5, which is really, really crazy. So, I think right now stats are just kind of in flux currently. And, but yeah, like, and there's also going to be, of course, the artisan talent trees. So think of your talent tree, like your class talent tree. You're going to have literally a whole talent tree just for your gathering profession, right? So for mining, for hunting, for herbing, for fishing, all that stuff. And that's also going to make a huge difference in like what, like how specialized you're going to be in fishing. Like let's say for fishing, right? Like you can go all the way into freshwater fishing. So you're not really going to yield too much, you know, from saltwater or even from the AFK side, because a lot of your points and what you're choosing to do is be more about like this freshwater sports fishing. Like that's your particular niche, and you're going to be really good at it because you're allocating talent points to that particular system. Like that's what's going to be really amazing. Allie, what's going on? Happy to see you. Welcome. We're just here chilling. We're heading right now to Merilith. Why is all... I hate these circles. These circles are so annoying to see all the time. But yeah, we're heading to Merilith right now to buy some fish hooks. Because right now I have like one common fishing lure, but I actually want to buy some more common fishing lure and honestly some uncommon ones. I want to see what that's like too. Getting some of that. Chaos. I think that's how you pronounce it. What's going on, brother? Welcome. Let me see. Have you ever tried any other roles? I have. I played, so fighter I played in phase 1. Then I switched and I played ranger in phase 2. And then in phase 2, I kind of had a rogue alt. I had a mage alt. And that's about it. I have really never played the cleric. I've never played the tank. I've never played bard. Yeah, I think those are the only classes I haven't played. And again, I do play healer. I do play tank. I've never ever played a bard before. But I've been kind of wanting classes to be more, or not as OP, because I don't want to get used to that feeling of feeling like a god, and then I get smacked down to earth and I feel like, ugh, this class feels so gross now compared to where I was in the alpha, right? So I think that's why I'm kind of like waiting, you know, on maybe trying out some of those other classes. But I do plan on playing pretty much all of them, at least to like level 10, because I would really love to see like how each class operates, especially in Ashes. Out of them, which do you like more? I would say currently out of the ones that I've played, fighter, hands down fighter. I suffered with the ranger. I love ranger. I mean, I played a hunter in World of Warcraft for 7 years. That was my main for a long time. But I just can't in Ashes. Like ranger just needs more for me. Other people love it. Like other people think the ranger is really good, like it's solid. I find the button pushing for ranger to be very boring. Like I find the button pushing in fighter to be very invigorating, very solid, just fun. Like it's just fun to push because of the noises, the animations and stuff like that. I don't really get that from the ranger. That's just me. What would you say to someone who can't decide between fighter and rogue? Fighter seems OP. I would say in PvP, rogue all the way, but in PvE, fighter all the way. So but that's just my anecdotal opinion, right? I think both classes play really well. I am not a rogue player by any means. I've never mained rogue in WoW, nor did I ever really like rogue in WoW, but I really love rogue in this game. Like rogue in this game feels so good. It feels insanely solid, and I really dig the class. As someone again who traditionally doesn't like rogue, I found it to be a lot of fun. But I've always been more of a bruiser. Like I've mained Fury Warrior in WoW several times in raids, and Fury Warrior was always my favorite thing to play. And as like with Rampage and some of the other abilities that Fury Warriors have, I find the fighter to have just really amazing abilities like Maim, Cataclysm, Berserk, Whirlwind. I love Blitz. I love the charge on a fighter. It just every ability just feels so freaking good. Um, let me see. Create transporting for make gold or make something different. Um, I don't know what you mean. I'm sorry. Like, are you deciding if you want to make a crate for? Oh, thank you, Intrepid. I guess I. Uh, okay. Um, thank you. Can I move? Uh, hmm. I think I broke it. What the heck is going on? Am I the only one experiencing this right now? You're being relocated to a nearby amber string because this area of Verra is experiencing. This happens a lot on in Verra. Um, well, hmm. I appreciate being in Marileth because that kind of saved me the trouble of I don't even see anyone. Am I on my own little like I don't even see anybody like running around or you can't park there, dude. Give it 3 to 5 minutes, it'll fix itself. Okay, well. The game ate my auction house money and my boards. Oh my god. Well, and this is the thing, right? Like again, I was stuck in a server worker in phase one for a whole day. I literally couldn't do anything. I was literally stuck in that server worker. And, again, this is very par for the course of an alpha. You know what I mean? Like, you're going to be in these situations sometimes where it's going to totally impede your gameplay. You're not going to be able to do much of anything. It's also the holiday season. They already sent the majority of their team off for the holidays, I think on the 20th. So right now there's just a ragtag team in Intrepid basically handling issues like these. So you missed the keep off the grass sign. Let me see. Problem is if you log out in town, you'll end up with Q. Let me see. Try re-logging, and by the time it should be it should be timed by the next stream. Oh my god. Let me see. I missed earlier discussions. Have you done saltwater sports fishing yet? Profitable? I have not done the saltwater sports fishing yet, but I do know it's insanely profitable. Like I said, my guild has been doing it in a huge group, and they've been making almost like 9 to 10 gold an hour doing it. So very, very, very profitable for sure. Um, of course, you just need the cash right to get the lures, I believe. But um, thank you. I appreciate it. Uh, 9 to 10 gold per person, not the group per person. So very, very, very lucrative. Servers were awful, went down for reset. We're good again. Then everyone logged in again. Then we're back to this mess. Can't wait for Xmas break to be over and population at this time to go down. Yeah, I mean, it's kind of crazy, right? Like, oh no. Here, let me just get out of this area. Okay. Yeah, I know. Technical issues. Got it, got it, got it. All right. Can I just get my lore? That's all I need. Okay. Okay. So so this is a spoon lure. This is for novice fishing. So this still catfish and pike. So with the freshwater, this one only does the walleye. So the only other tool or thing I can buy is this one. Damn. For 3 lures, it's 63 silver. Chat, if I'm doing fresh water, is it worth it? Like, would you find it worth it for me to, like, is it just a gamba at this point? Like, you are one of the very few OGs left in the Ashes community. Am I an OG at this point? I don't consider my, like, Richie to me is an OG. But I mean, I've been here since 2021, you know what I mean? But again, dude, I think a lot of people, like when we started or when I started in 2021, there was a lot of people that got on the bandwagon in Ashes, started becoming a content creator, started, you know, theory crafting the game and doing, you know, what I did and what many others did. I feel like I've done a really good job of pacing myself and being as objective as I could without literally dipping into madness. And believe me, I'd step my toe in madness every now and then. I did have my Darth Vladis phase for a little bit, but I think for, you know, some people, I really do, and I've said this many times on my stream, I think the vast majority of people aren't built for an open alpha test like this. I personally don't think I'm built for it. Like, I'm just being honest. Like, I get frustrated. I get like, you know, because I want to play this game too, but I have to understand, like, I'm here to test. I'm here to help the devs out with, you know, with things. And I want to make sure that I can do that for them. Anyways, did you see the Jake Paul fight? Bro, Ozzy, dude. You mean the whole choreographed bullshit? But honestly, it was so satisfying. Because again, you can tell he was pulling his punches until the very end. That knockout was But again, I was so disappointed too with the Mike Tyson's fight. Dude, if you saw Mike Tyson training, there is no fucking universe. And I'm sorry if I'm going off in some other non-Ashes tangent, but man, there is no universe that Jake Paul would have ended up alive at the end. No way. I don't even give a shit. People are saying, "Oh, Mike Tyson's in his 60s." Dude, he's a fucking beast. Like, I am sorry. Like, no. So it was really nice to see Jake Paul get rocked. Like, I think his jaws broke in 2 spots. Like, I saw a photo of him. He looked like a beaver. This is good though. We needed the stress so they can make it better. Absolutely. I mean, like I said, stress tests, you know, especially like in this period. I remember this period last year. It was kind of like a same thing. You know, it was very minimal. There was no, we had like nothing, right? We had no content really to hold us over until the new year. So basically a lot of people just dropped off really heavily. And that's when phase 2 started. Phase 2 started literally December 20th of 2024. And we didn't really have them come back until January 5th. So love the hat, bud, but how is the game's vertical progression? Tired of horizontal progression. Dude, the vertical progression in this game is pretty solid. I'm not gonna lie. Like, you going from novice to apprentice gear, you getting like your apprentice weapon, you getting your radiant weapon, also with your talent tree, like the higher up you go, once you start getting blood infusion and berserk as a fighter, oh my god, like shit just opens up. Like, you can start pulling shit, you can start soloing things that are like stuff you wouldn't normally solo. It's really, really solid. I think I'm just go ahead and do it. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. I'll fucking gamba it. Fuck it. Who gives a shit, right? It's an alpha. So now that I got my chum, if anybody's on Shoal, if anybody can tell me like when there's a sports fishing event nearby, I'll head to it if the server doesn't shit itself, and we'll see what we can get. See, I can't see like because it's too far away from me. Like I don't know if this spot is opened up or not, but I can go there just to find out. um Also, I really dislike crafting in MMOs, and I don't really have friends that are interested in MMOs anymore, so I would likely be solo. Well, Hudoken, I would say join a guild, brother. If you want to join the guild I'm in, sus, but we're always looking for people. Like I said, there's plenty of guilds in this game that welcome a lot of new people. And there's crafting divisions, profession divisions, in literally almost every single guild that I know of. So, you know, you can make friends. Absolutely make friends. And actually, you know, whatchamacallit, you know, get the stuff that you want made, you know, with the help of your guildies. You know what I mean? That's I think many people like have gotten so used to the solo mentality that they almost forget that, oh yeah, MMOs, we can group up, right? Like we can actually get help from other people. You know what I mean? Like it's almost like hard to think about these days. Let me see, a fight, I think you meant strangle. Yeah, right. What is a friend? No, it's true. Is this a skin on a mount? Yes, it is a skin on the Lion's Hole Charger, the basic mount that you get. I typically find a guild and get raiding group, etc. LFG, I hate soloing. I prefer group content. Yeah, man. Like I said, find a guild. You know what I mean? Like we do in our guild, we have like tryouts, right? Like me, I know that sounds like super high end, right? But the reality is that some people naturally don't fit within our guild. And I mean personality wise, right? And so like if you know, join the guild and your personality doesn't really mesh with like a lot of our personalities, like we always try to find you somewhere else to go. Like, you know, like, hey, like, because we're friendly with a lot of other guilds. And, you know, because I personally believe that guilds, you should be very picky about the guild you decide to join. I really do. I think that matters a lot. I think it's going to matter a lot to your happiness and gameplay. And if you just stick with whatever guild, you know, your first guild or whatever, I think you'll be in a world of hurt, because that guild could just, you know, it could be efficient, right? But it's like you don't make any friends there. You know, it's just on a need to need basis kind of thing. And okay, well, I guess there's nothing here because there would be birds. Oh wait, no, that's just leaves. I was like, wait, what is that? But yeah, I mean, if like, I'm serious, like if you want, like I can send my guild Discord and you can start there. It's up to you. I miss Ignorance is Bis. What do you mean, brother? Ignorance is Bis is back. Ignorance is Bis is on the Resna server. So Roar, who, you know, the basically the OGs of Ignorance is Bis is Roar, Richie, and myself. And Roar and Richie are reigniting that guild back on Resna. So yeah. On Resna, I'm in the Amnesty Guild, was parted with EBC, and a random tried killing me. Then I see 9 PvP players chasing the bloke down and killed him. Found out they were all EBC protecting me. That's awesome, Ozzy. That's what I mean. It's like it really helps being in a guild. And I think once people really see, once they really see like how group oriented this game is, I think once you find a really good guild, you're going to feel like, wow, this was really worth it. WoW is a good game. I get it, but I never could get into it. Been thinking of dropping back into EQ2 Origin server since EOF came out, but would prefer to play a newer game. Well, Hadoken, if you want to stick around with Ashes, like I said, this is really not a game yet. There are game loops, but there's still a lot of broken things, like as you can clearly see from the stream. So if you don't mind putting up with those things, then I would say, you know, hey, come aboard, you know, come join us. But if this doesn't really look up your alley, like in the sense of like feeling like because this whole day, I guess, seems pretty wasted, right? There was a lot of issues today. the team is not there because they're on holiday break, then I would say, yeah, go play that EQ2 game. And, maybe sometime next year when the game is just in a better state and the team's back, like you'll feel more comfortable spending potentially $50 like on this alpha. But I would still say probably to save your money and just wait a little longer. But if you, because, if you do want to play like a brand new game, I would say Ashes, it really scratches that itch for me personally. Can you tell me everything about hunting I need to know? It seems hard and bad. It is. It's hard and bad currently because the hunting system is literally completely placeholder right now. So it's not really much I can tell you other than as a new player, you're going to find it to be very frustrating and really like you're going to see little hunter's mark icons above mobs. And once you see that, that's the indication that it's a huntable. And then you can basically hit F and then gather it. But yeah, it's really not in a good state right now, to be honest with you. Where's the mid at best guild? DMs. Oh my god. Appreciate the honesty. Yeah, no problem, brother. But you're also unlucky, Vladis. I rarely get game breaking bugs. You're on Shoal might be the issue. I don't know. But I played on Lyneth. I don't know. And Verra. Both are super smooth. Yeah, and like I said, like, Shoal is a very, very populated server right now. It's full. So of course there's probably going to be more instability issues on this server compared to another server that, isn't full, right? Hudoken, thank you so much for the follow, brother. Thank you, man. Really do appreciate that. Thank you for the answer. No problem, brother. Hunting would have been so much better if they gave it a little more than 1 materials per and not the 5 they had on PTR, but maybe 2 or 3. I think 3 would have been great, personally. Oh my god. I'm going to say Jet. Jet, thank you so much for the follow, brother. Thank you. Hope you're enjoying the stream. I'm like, oh, God. I didn't get the golden sticker on my reading rainbow test. And so you will find that out the more you keep watching me that I, if I could have joined Derek Zoolander's kids for couldn't read good, I would be in a way better state in my life. But I just, that school is way too expensive. So, hey, I honestly, I feel like hunting is going to come very soon. I really do. I wouldn't be surprised if by the end of Q1 we have the new version of hunting. Like, I'm not even joking. I think people are going to be very shocked as to how much shit's going to come out within the next 3 months of next year. I really do. So I'm not saying that, because I know something. Like, I really don't. But judging based off of conversations that I've had where they're usually always very mysterious with me, I think people are going to be very happy with, because they seemed very excited. Like, they seem like, how we always say, like, oh, it seems like they have like stuff they're holding back or whatever. I think, there's probably other systems that they are. Oh my god, did someone die? No way. Oh wait, I can't even get off my mount. Oh no. Is Shoal down right now? I don't know. I tried to get off my mount and nothing happened. Plus that school is for ants. Yeah, I know. Oh my god, please don't tell me. Is the whole Marilith server worker down or something? You see, that happened to me yesterday. I see 2 rando crates on the ground and it meant the server workers cooked, not free loots. That server worker's on fire. Oh god. Must be your shard. I'm not getting anything on one troll. Yeah, no, well, that's how it works, right? So every server worker is independent, right? Which is a great thing because having the whole fucking Shoal server, everyone get booted out, that's bad. And, that's where I came from in World of Warcraft, where if the whole server shit itself, then that means everybody got fucking tossed out. See hard crashed like 15 minutes ago on Lyneth and still can't log back in. Fuck, dude, Jet. Don't tell me things like that, dude. I need to hold hope so this stream isn't like complete shit. Right? Like, I need to get in the game and make some gold and create some entertaining content for you guys. An Avian's Hope or Avian's End. Oh my god. What is the Discord saying? Let's see. The let me in memes is so funny. Shoal. Yeah, just the async issues. Now connection timed out. Failed to connect to server. Wow, it's multiple server workers actually went down, apparently. Wow. This is definitely not just a me issue. That is for sure. Ursun Cave is still up. Lyneth is back up. Recommended to close the game and launch again. Works for me every time. Well, I think everybody's having a problem right now. I don't think it's a me thing. Jova's still up, but a bit laggy. I have a question regarding C potential. Me and a few of my friends are working on turning corn into a settlement for C trading. Can you load and unload common crates from it like you would a mule? Yeah. The current, I think, is the apprentice mule. And you can actually put 2 crates on it and carry 1 on your back, so that's 3. Compared to the novice mule that only can carry 1 on the mule and then 1 on your back. So earlier I did have some luck with logging into a different server and then a different server and then back into the server I was on. Interesting. Can you put the mule in your 25 gold boat then? Yes, you can. I believe so. Moonstrider. Oh my god, is it called a Moonstrider? I'm sorry, I thought it was a Kurin. Maybe I'm thinking of like I'm blending WoW phrases and Ash's phrases together in my head or something. But yeah, I mean, I can literally summon my mule next to my rowboat in the water. Because again, mounts can swim in water, so just have your mount bobbing right next to your rowboat or next to your actual like what is it, your Corsair, and do that. Oh, come on, dude. Yeah, I've seen boats loaded with mounts pull up to the harbor at the anvils. Yeah, like I said, they that's where they drop off. I believe their saltwater fish, because if you're out in the ocean, the only place you can actually deliver it is going to be at a port. So, how many crates go into a caravan? Oh, I believe if you have like the basic caravan, I think it's 4. But it can expand to 6 or even 8 or 12, depending on, novice, apprentice, and journeyman. So yeah, you can put a shit ton of crates in there if you wanted to. What's the pay difference between Jova to Valheim mule versus caravan? Oof, I don't know, brother. I would say that the caravan will probably yield you way more if you fill it up, but that trek is going to be long. Let me just tell you that it's going to be long comparatively to you being on a mule. Like, that's for sure. Let me just see. Can I log into my rogue? My rogue gonna do anything or? I missed the glint system. The glint system is still there. That's all the raw. That's how you make. That's where the raw gold comes from. Is you sell your glint to a vendor to become copper, silver, or gold. Yeah, it's still there. Caravan can be seen from really far too. More thief potential. Yeah, like I said, I really want them to. I really want to know. That's what I was trying to garner from Steven during that interview. Was like, I really want him to answer what they were planning on doing, or like at least maybe talk about, the conversations they've been having about making caravans like better, right? I really want caravans to be something that people run again. And I think that could actually amount to the crate system actually suffering because of it, and I'm okay with that. I really am. Like I'm definitely okay with it. I'm more of an advocate of caravans than I am crates. That's for sure. Um, and personally, I would rather have like the sports fishing thing be more of the thing you do than doing like a settlement like commodity crate thing. Like that's my thing. Make caravans great again. Yeah. Well, that's why I kind of mentioned that when I said my question is like, what are you going to do to bring caravans back to greatness? Like that's what I kind of said. So just have the join logo not taking 1/10 of my screen. Haha. Yeah, I know, right? God. It's like I can't even log into my rogue, can't log into my fighter. It's like Ashes does not want me to play today. I still love the meme praise the sun god. Is the sun still doing that? Greatness, don't bring any caravans to me. Man, we ran a crap ton of caravans back in Ignorance's Abyss. Those were some fun days, man. Oh, and I feel like because the caravan system back then was like not as well, like there were so many things of like people um being a defender and not really defending and actually like being a spy within your group to like bring people in, and then also healing people that, you know, there was like so many issues that we had in phase 1 and phase 2 with caravans. And I think we've actually stomped out like a lot of the issues that caravans used to have. And it's just such a shame that we don't run them anymore because they're just not lucrative enough comparatively to crates. So yeah, I'm just really interested to see like what they're going to do for it personally. Yeah, visit the desert and get absolutely white outed. Dude, I can't even imagine being in the desert, dude. I would have to like bust out my freaking Ray Charles sunglasses or something just to play in the desert, you know, from 9 or from like dawn till dusk or whatever. Magic Pipe, dude, what's going on, brother? It's good to see you, man. It's been a bit. Hope you've been doing well, brother. Um, it looks like I'm probably gonna have to log all the way out. The game is just not. It's pooping itself. It's just like, oh god, please stop. Sunglasses don't work in the desert. It's like the sunglasses just melt off your face. It's like, oh god, help me, please. Okay, stop. Let's close Steam completely. Shoal is dead. I've tried all the characters I have. Okay, well, have they made any announcement? Nope. Steven is not typing. Is general chat melting? No, not really. What about Shoal chat? If you're having a sync issues, exit the game, launcher disable your network adapters, wait a couple of seconds, re-enable. I've been able to log in and out doing this with no problem several times. Disable your network adapter. How do you disable your network adapter? Trying to get me to do all these complicated things, man. Just want to play. Yeah, full log out. Yeah, that's what I'm doing right now. I'm getting all the way out of Steam. Oh, wait, I have a Discord messages or something. Oh, that's my buddy Phantom. I think they're doing their Theory Forge podcast. Yeah. All right, let me launch Steam now. Not fishing in KT on the bridge on Shoal MPS. The async issue was annoying, but I finally got my fix. I had to log into a second character on my server, then switch to my main. News post from Steven, though. Did you just post one? I just looked. It just says still investigating the async issues. Hopefully we get some fixes to deploy with tonight's update. If that means tonight's update, that means they're going to do another midnight downtime. And it's going to be like another couple of hours. So it's going to be like 3 in the morning again. Jesus. All right. Well, let me try to log in. I'm launching Ashes right now. I love the cut down tree physics. I feel like the tree physics still needs some work, but when it does work, I feel like it's pretty solid for sure. See, been doing good, just leveling a summoner with the boys. Awesome, brother. People have been having a lot of fun with the summoner. I think it's pretty freaking OP from what people have talked to me about, but yeah, it seems pretty crazy. House summoner for 1v1 PvP and small group 2 and 3. I have no idea. Magic Pipe, how is summoner on 1v1 comparatively to like small group when it comes to PvP? I know that I know summoners have some really good AoE that I do know, but I'm just curious, like, you know, if you've done it, if you can maybe give us some enlightening. We replaced our tank with summoner. It's doing better job so far than the tanks we've worked with. Oh my god. To think your whole role was now relegated to a single AI pet. Oof, that sucks. Yeah, well built for class so far. Great 1v1, unless your opponent has multiple stuns like tank. Okay. How is it in small scale skirmishes, like 3v3? I would assume it's still pretty good. I talked to Zyback about it. He said Summoner was actually almost as high of a skill ceiling, if not higher than the Rogue, which is pretty insane. Small scale, amazing. Awesome. Well, I'm still getting the connection timeout. See, I believe Summoners will be a total blast when secondary archetypes will be up. Oh, dude, yeah. When I can play a Necromancer, that's when shit's gonna get down. Can lock down healers 8 seconds with the melee plant. Fuck, dude. That's crazy. 100% sure about guilds there. I was kicked out of mine because the leader made a mistake, pulled too many ads, and then kicked others out for being uncoordinated. I'm new to MMOs. Yeah, again, there's some guild leads that have, and I've met them. I've met several of them. I think to be a guild lead in an MMO, it takes a certain kind of personality, and most of the time, not all the time, most of the time, they're very much by egocentric people. And so when I met my guild leader and saw how like down to earth he is and how collaborative he is and how much he values the opinion of his council and others, I was like, okay, this is a guild that I can definitely back. Because again, everything kind of stems from the top, right? And I think especially if you're brand new to an MMO, like I said, you being in the right guild matters, because first impressions, or just like, what happened to you, Noise, right? Like, it sucks, like you don't know what you're doing and you're kind of relying on your guild to potentially maybe educate you or like let you fill you in on certain things, and then you have like a GM that's like a total like asshat, and it's just like G kicking people because maybe that person, the GM, was being, not coordinated himself and over pulling, or just being a dipshit basically. So yeah, it totally matters. This is why I tell people to be very picky about what guilds they decide to stick around and belong to, because at the end of the day, it's your gameplay that's going to be affected, right? And that's either your happiness or sadness or your frustration or your anger is all going to stem from the people you're constantly playing with, especially in this game, because this game, you're constantly going to be in Discord with the boys. And if the boys you're playing with are just a bunch of asshats that are micromanaging you, or, min-maxing you, or not letting you play the way you want to play, you're just going to have a terrible experience, not only in the game, but also in the surroundings, the social surroundings you're in. Who else is in suspect? I know Pockets. So my boy Captain Redbeard. And then we have Basin. We have my boy Grumpy. We have, of course, Psycho, who's the GM. We have Pockets. Who else? We have V-Man. We have myself, of course. We have Vendus. We have a whole bunch of Vale. We have a whole bunch of people. Like, it's kind of hard to like name them all, but we have right now in our guild, we have in guild, we have like almost 70 something people, but we have hundreds of people interested in Ashes, like once it either gets to beta or even release. So we have a pretty damn big guild, but we have a very tight knit, very close in proximity as far as like working together, work ethic. Even for me, like, who only plays a couple of hours, I I haven't really been playing much with my guild, but I still jump into Discord, I still chat with them, I still ask them like questions regarding certain systems that I haven't played yet or whatever, sports fishing being one of them. And like I said, they're like I said, people that join our guild really like our guild because we get very efficient, but also we have fun. You know what I mean? So I think that's the most important thing. Are there girls in it? I asked because I am a girl and finding a chill guild that's not weird about girls. And we actually have several girls in our guild. We have Sheeta, we have Trekker, we have actually two newcomers that were girls too. One of them is actually a wife of one of our main tanks. And yeah, we have like probably over like 6 or 7 girls, which is a lot, kind of, and in all, like, Ashes is very guy centric. So yeah, we have a lot of girls in our guild too. So yeah, I mean, like I said, it's just, I feel like if you're a girl that gets easily offended, then you're probably not in the right guild if you join Suspect. But if you're a big girl, you can joke around with the boys and stuff like that, like you'll be fine. You know what I mean? So God, no. Yeah. So you'll be totally fine. Like I said, we keep it, 18 plus, of course, but we're very respectful. We just like to have fun. You know what I mean? And the good thing is that the majority of all of our leadership has known each other for many years. Like we've known each other, played games for many, many, many years. So this isn't just some like you know, newfound guild. Actually, Suspect is really one of the OG guilds because many of the OG Ashes guilds have all fallen apart. Like it's kind of crazy. Like I think the only guild, there's Axiom that hasn't fallen apart. There's like the Divine Order. There's, well, I was gonna say Thogles, but Thogles kind of like fell apart. And then Nexus is still there. Um yeah, like I don't know. Trying to think. Um but yeah, I would say like that's probably like the OG guilds that we've been here from like since 2020 basically. So yeah, Dunhold, yeah, like there was a whole thing. Like Thogli, I don't know if like he deleted the whole Discord or like what happened. Like of course I wasn't there, right? I don't really know the drama. But yeah, Dunhold doesn't really exist. I think it's a new guild. And I don't even know if I don't think Thogli's the guild lead of it. I think it's called Anvil. Project Anvil, I think. I mean, don't quote me. But yeah, like it's kind of crazy. Um yeah, Fungi is still running strong. But yeah, I mean, like I said, Chibri and Vertec are in Nexus. They've been in Nexus for forever. Um, but yeah, I would say it's just like, I knew, for a long time that finding a good guild is like paramount to your gameplay. It really is. Like, because finding a really good guild will either elevate your gameplay or it will throw it in the pooper. Like 100%. You can even play a game that you really love, but being around the wrong people and you will slowly despise the game you're playing. Like, or you'll just play it more solo and wonder like, why the fuck am I in this guild? I don't even interact with them. You know what I mean? So has anybody been able to get back into the game? I see people that are like in the game, but not. I don't see like going through my personal. Missy, do you guys know what the cleric glitch where flagged players get healed while they were actively attacking me? My heals don't hit me. They heal the enemy. I do not know that. That's kind of crazy. When did that happen? What happened to Barcode? Barcode became Aura. Like Strixon was the guild leader of Barcode, and then Barcode became Aura. So yeah, Aura. I mean, that's still a guild now, right? Like Strixon is the GM of Aura. So I'm in. I'm still in. I'm mining away over by Nuela. Um, so I guess it's just the server worker that I'm on. Um, I don't know. Maybe I should exit game again and verify files. Like I really don't know what to do at this point. Maybe I should log all the way out. Log all the way out, stop the game, restart Steam and validate. Yeah, that's probably what I'm going to do right now. All right, so exit Steam. Steam's done. Restart Steam. Damn, Sandra Bullock is still hot. Honestly, I saw Sandra Bullock and I really don't like how women start doing all these things to their face with plastic surgery and fillers and shit. Why? Like, dude, it's so gross. It is so gross. Like, I don't understand why women do that to themselves. And women do it to appease other women. I don't get it. You ask a guy, like, if they like these things, and mostly all of them don't like it. It's not something that we find appealing at all. But other women do it, and because women are like, you know, in their little circles of like, oh my god, you know, Sandra looks so good. Oh, look at me, my face looks so wrinkly. Maybe I should do that too. It's like, bro, don't. Like, you know what I mean? If your guy doesn't care, who the fuck cares? You know? Like, honestly, you know who fucking looks great? Pamela Anderson. I think she looks fucking fantastic. And, you know, again, you know, she's going super au natural. You know what I mean? And I think that's awesome. I think more women need to fucking do that. And there was another girl, oh, what's her name? The song I Keep Falling in Love with You. Why can't I think of her name? But she also went like total natural, no makeup, no whatever. Dolly Parton is still hittable. Oh my god. Dude, Dolly Parton is like, oh, I don't even know what part of her is real anymore. But yeah, she looks good. I mean, but it's like she wears a wig, her face is completely like plastic surgeryed up. It's just, again, I feel like I don't know why women are afraid of getting older. You know what I mean? Like, it's gonna happen. You know what I mean? Let me see, properties, updates, or wait, is it installed files? There we go. Verify integrity. There we go. All right, so let's do that. Alicia Keys, thank you, Hadouken. I was like, oh my god, could not think of her name. Dolly Parton's cakes aren't even real. Yeah, I know. Yeah, plastic surgery. Yeah, to me, I always told my wife. My wife knows this. I mean, like, I think plastic surgery is like, it's so unnecessary. And so, dude, like, how many times have we seen really beautiful girls in like their teens or even their late 20s, and they completely jack themselves up by getting like Botox, lip fillers, you know, facial things with like cheeks and their chin and, you know, weird shit. Like, it just looks so bad. Like, you didn't even need to do anything. Like, why did you do anything? You know? Oh, the chick from The Boys. Yeah, I mean, and honestly, she didn't even do too much. I think she just did fillers. You know what I mean? But that's just what the norm is if you're in Hollywood, right? Like, that's what you have to do to keep up with every other woman. But it's like every woman just looks like another version of Kim Kardashian. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like this duck face, smooth plastic looking woman that looks like every other smooth plastic face duck looking woman. Like, you know what I mean? Like, there's no individuality to it. Like, it was really funny because me and my wife were watching this documentary of late night TV hosts in the 90s, and just seeing how people looked from 1990 to 1999, like, mind blown. Like, I was just like, holy shit. Like, you see so many completely unique looking people comparatively to now, where everyone just sort of looks the fucking same. Like, it's wild. Let me see the blonde girl from The Boys. Yeah, it's crazy. You see, but you have examples in both extremes: beautiful girls that got weird and weird girls that got gorgeous. So you can't generalize. Yeah, I would say, like, when it comes to me, like, there were a bunch of girls that, you know, may have not looked their best, that have probably looked better, like with surgery or whatever. But my whole thing is that to me, I feel like there's this whole plastic surgery thing that women put on other women, in my opinion. Like, is there maybe a small subset of men that push like, hey babe, maybe you should get your cheeks done or whatever? Probably. But I would say that is not the majority of men, like at all. Um, it's mostly due to the other pressures from other women of why they do that. So, nice. Change is good. Dollars are better. I think Kim is getting a lot of that stuff undone to set a better example for her daughters. Well, bro, honestly, like I just think, you know, when I especially for me, right, I have $3, three, and I want them to like love themselves. You know what I mean? Like there's gonna be things about like look at me, like look at my face. I've had acne since I was 15 years old. I have I have deep scars on my face. You know what I mean? And if you look right here, right, you see how all this like it looks like a bunch of pock marks because I've, you know, I used to pop my pimples. I used to just, you know, I used to get sick and tired of like having pimples because I had my pimples. I still get pimples now, and I'm almost 40 years old. Um, but you know, when I asked my wife's like, I don't even notice it. And my wife's like, I don't notice it until you tell me, right? And then when it comes to her insecurities, like I don't know, like she's like, oh, like I had this like this little stupid like thing on her neck that's like a little whatchamacallit. It's not a wart, but it's like the skin tag or whatever. And she was super self-conscious about it. I was like, I didn't even notice it. Like I didn't even really understand. Like, oh, okay. Like didn't register in my brain, you know what I mean? But to her it was like, oh my God, you know, he can't look at my skin tag. Um yeah, it is very genetic with me. My dad had horrible acne. And okay, so all files were validated. Perfect. Okay, let me play again. Hopefully I'm not gonna crash into oblivion. But yeah, like, you know, as a dude, I think some dudes, because there are some that are very whatchamacallit, cosmetic, right? Like they're very much like what's the word I'm looking for? Like when a dude is superficial, right? There are plenty of dudes who are very superficial. But I would say like, you know, the average dude isn't really that superficial, right? Um, Compared to the average woman who probably has like certain insecurities that they would love, like if given the opportunity, would actually change something about themselves. But for me, like if I had the option to like get rid of all my scarring, like I probably wouldn't do it. Like, cause my wife doesn't care. Like, what do I care? You know what I mean? Like, that's kind of like my thing is like, I'm not trying to look good really for anyone else. Like I'm married. You know what I'm saying? Like I have freaking gray hair, you know, like I don't give a shit, man. Like I don't give a shit. My wife doesn't give a shit. You know what I mean? So I'm just, as long as like, I'm not going to throw myself away and look like horrible, right? I'm not going to go all like grease monkey, but you know, the only person I need to impress and the only person that I want to continue to love me is my wife. And as long as she does that, that's all that matters. You know what I mean? And it's kind of crazy to me that there's still like a vanity outside of marriage, right? Because I think it shouldn't matter. You know, I think if your husband or if your wife loves you, like you should be okay even with you can still be insecure about it. Like I'm still slightly insecure about it, right? But I come on stream every day. You know, it's to me it's like a non-issue. Like I don't give a shit if someone makes fun of my face or, you know, says something about it. It's like, dude, I've been made fun of about it my whole life. Like you saying the million and one thing isn't gonna tip me over the edge or anything. Um, with guys, the only thing guys care about, makeup will not make it longer. Well, I would say when it comes to, I've never really cared to date girls that had heavy makeup. Like I think makeup should accent your face, not like totally encumber your entire face, right? And I think there's just some women that really overuse makeup to hide really like who they are. I mean, we've all seen it, right? I'm sure you've seen the YouTube shorts or the TikToks of like women looking one way without makeup and then literally becoming a whole ass other person with makeup. That to me is fucking scary. That is the scariest shit I've ever seen. Um, if the makeup sticks to your shirt when they hug you, red flag. Yeah, right. Dude, I still can't log in. I literally all the files were validated. I it actually, when I did it the first time, it actually loaded to 100% and it looked like it was going to go in the game, but then it kicked me out and said server. What did it say? Server not found. Um. Oh, you said a grip. Who said a dick joke? I didn't mean to skip a dick joke. Okay. Um. Yeah. I mean, to me, heavy makeup was always very off-putting. I never really cared for it. Um. I mostly all the girls I dated were either didn't really have makeup at all or had very little makeup. Like I always find that to be just more attractive, right? Like when just your, when when you look at a girl's eyes and their eyes can just set off their entire face. Like they don't even need any kind of mascara, they don't need makeup or anything like that. Like they're just beautiful the way they are. But there's, and again, like my wife, her ex-husband, like there were things that I feel like, even like her ex-boyfriends, from what she told me from like high school and on, it's like the constant making fun of her for certain things, and then over time she just got more and more insecure by, and I'm like, why would he say things like that? Like my wife has the most beautiful eyes I've ever seen in my life. Um, but it's just, when you keep hearing something negative by someone you believe loves you, like you think, wow, well, they can't really be lying, right? You know what I mean? And so like I hate when dudes do shit like that because they themselves are probably insecure about something from them, so they have to project that insecurity onto the person they love in a fucking malicious way, right? And it just becomes a shit show, Oh, come on, please. I don't know what's gonna happen, guys. I think I'm fucked. I don't know what else I can do. Load different server, then try Shoal again. Okay. Let me go to Resna. Let me see. Is there a Vladis on Resna? We're about to find out. All right. Let's see. Let's see what happens. Yeah, Shoal I think is a mess. No, makeup doesn't make them a better person either. No, of course not. I mean, I don't know. I think I'm just fucked. Who timed out Master Chief? Uh, 19 messages were deleted by moderator. Oh, Steam Elements did it. I was like, what the fuck? I was like, I don't even think I have any mods on. European servers working. Oh, well, I don't know. Even Resna, I can't even log into Resna. I don't know if this is an Ashes issue that I'm dealing with or this is just a me issue. They had a similar issue earlier and I had to completely close out, including making sure you shut down the Steam processes. Game just got hard crashed for the second time tonight. I've already closed out Steam. Like I've done all that. Like I've closed out Steam entirely, booted Steam back up, validated my files, went into Ashes. Like I don't know what I can do at this point. Hail Mary reboot computer? I might have to, man. See the movie I'm gonna get you sucker kind of made it fun of the makeup thing. He went in the room with like 10 with a 10, and by the time she took everything off she was like a 3.5 bald in one leg. Yeah, man, I mean it's wild, man. And I think right now the dating, one of my friends, man, he's going through it, dude. I feel so bad for him. Like, I fucking hated dating. That's why I was single for such a long time, because I feel like the dating market when it was back from like 2010 to 2020 or 2019 when I met my wife. Um, that period of time was just, oh my God, such craziness. But even now, like with social media and like where stuff is now, it's so bad. It's gotten even worse. Um, okay, so let me. All right, guys. So I'm probably just gonna restart my computer entirely. I think I'm just gonna go ahead and do it. Um, I'll do that, and if you guys want to stick around, feel free. But if not, totally understand. But I have no idea what I can do at this point. Um, everyone's having the same issue. Yeah. Ash's Discord is confirming the same for lots. Yeah, I think I might just call it. To be honest, I might just call it for tonight. I'll probably just go watch some anime with my wife or figure out something else. Well, I think my wife is watching Stranger Things with my 9-year-old. Yeah, I'm just looking at the Discord right now. Yeah, servers are just Resna can connect. It's like I feel so bad for Intrepid, man, because it's like they just went off yesterday, and of course, like everything has to fucking shit itself today. Like it's crazy. I did 3 Steam restarts to be able to go in. Yeah, it's nuts, man. It sucks. I'm not gonna lie, it sucks. But yeah, I think I'm just gonna go, to be honest. Because I mean they're gonna probably take servers off anyway at midnight, so I'd rather just not deal with the whole like, today seems like it was just a shit show. I might as well just exit the shit show while I can. But yeah, guys, thank y'all so much. Let me see who is playing Ashes besides me. And oh, Pockets is playing, so we can go raid Pockets. My buddy Warrior is playing. Um, Dusty is playing. I guess I'll go ahead and raid. I'll raid. Let me see. Yeah, I'll raid Pockets since fellow guildy and shit. All right, let's go. Because at least he's actually playing the game. All right. All right, guys. I'll see you guys hopefully tomorrow. Stay safe. Later.